Number 2.
You know who is great, though? Victor Wembanyama.
It appears that way.
Woo!
It appears that way.
He got 50 points last night in the Spurs 139-130 victory over the Wizards. So, yeah, it was just the Wizards. But still, you got to play who you play. 18 of 29 from the field, 8 of 16 from 3. 50 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. And Victor Wembanyama last night becomes the 4th youngest player in NBA history to score 50 points in a game. Do you know the other 3?
The 4th youngest player in it, because he's the youngest center ever. So 4th youngest player in it. So I know it's not a big.
There's one on the list that you might remember it, but you'll be like, how does that happen?
Okay, so 4th youngest player in NBA history to score 50. Has Ja had a 50-point game? I know we've had 40-point games. I don't know if Ja's had a 50.
Either way, he would not have been the
He's
youngest.
not on the list.
He would not be on the list.
Okay.
These people were all younger than Ja before Ja even got to the NBA.
Okay, LeBron.
Yes, LeBron James was 20 years, 80 days, and LeBron is the 2nd youngest player to ever score 50 points in a game.
I'll say KD.
You won't get the other ones.
Because they're older.
Well, the youngest player ever to get 50 in a game, you will never get. You might remember it when I say it, but you have not thought of this person in 10 years.
Because I was going to say, like, Bill Russell.
No. It's all modern.
It's all modern players.
Stuff.
Okay.
I'm going to give you Devin Booker. Devin Booker got 50 when he was 20 years, 145. He was 20 years, 145 days. Wemby, by the way, is 20 years, 314 days.
Yeah.
So that's why he's 4th. So the number 2 on the list, 4 youngest players to ever get 50 in a game. Number 2 is LeBron James. Number 3 is Devin Booker. Number 4 is Victor Wembanyama. Who is number 1? This person scored 50 points in a game. They were 20 years old, 52 days.
Is it a star?
No.
It's not a star. Is it East or West? Is that giving it away?
I think this guy played in the West, but I don't even remember.
Okay, I remember I remember there was a Grizzlies game that night. This could be completely wrong. Is it Terrence Ross?
No.
Because he had a 50-point game, and I can remember
And this would have been in the East. He would have been playing for an Eastern Conference team.
Okay.
I'm trying to find the game right now.
Okay. Eastern. Okay, I got my Eastern Conference teams pulled up. I'm gonna say, it wasn't a star. That's the problem, dude. I mean, I'm gonna have trouble just. Michael Redd.
Nope. I'll give you one more guess. You're never gonna get this.
Okay, one more guess. Give me.
You ready for this? It happened. Today's the anniversary of it.
What?
It happened 15 years ago today.
15 years ago. Okay. All right. Okay. So 2000s.
It was November 14th, 2009. It was a Milwaukee Buck player against the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, I was close with Michael Redd. It was a Milwaukee. Oh, Brandon Jennings.
Brandon Jennings.
How about that? Boom.
What do you mean boom?
Told you I'd get it.
What do you mean boom?
That's pretty good.
55 points. 15 years ago today.
What happened to him?
Well, life's hard, Bennett. Life's hard.
He had, because I can remember that, and there was a moment, right, when it was like, this dude might be a star in this league, and it just never did happen.
Well, that was a moment. Scored 55 points at the age of 20 years, 52 days against the Warriors, and I guess it was all downhill after that. It did
not take 17 hints. That was 2 hints. It was an Eastern team, and the Bucks did give it away. That because I knew it was going to be some random, and I remember him having a huge game.
Yeah, he's started his career with the Bucks, finished his career with the Bucks in 2018, and he remains the youngest player in history to score 50 points in an NBA game. But Victor Wembanyama is now on the list as well.
And you know what's just a completely buried story from that game? Jordan Poole had 42 points in that game. Dude, if you're Jordan Poole, do you not see that and just say, man, that's
you mean last night?
In that same game, Jordan Poole had 42 points in that Wizards Spurs game. If you're Jordan Poole, don't you gotta look in the mirror and say, damn, maybe I'm the problem. I got 42 points and a loss.
Well, I think Draymond tried to tell him he was the problem in his own way.
It's just empty numbers.
Evidence that he is in Washington is evidence that he is on some level a problem. Sure. Anyway, congrats to Wemby. Congrats to Wemby. He ain't no Brandon Jennings, but he's doing all right.
I guess not, yeah.
50-point game last night, the first probably of many.
The Gary Parrish Show, live weekdays at 10 a.m.